Dolores Henson had a very basic reason for first coming to Be Concerned. A friend kept pestering her to give volunteering there a try, and the only way to shut her up was to agree. Evelyn Deppenbrock kept calling me to come down here, said Dolores. My husband had just died, and she wanted to get me out of the house. That December day in 1988 turned into more than a quarter century of service that has made Dolores stand out in an agency renowned for its remarkable volunteers. 27 years later, Dolores remains on the job, coming in at least 2 days a week. That's despite gallbladder surgery, a stroke, and her 91st birthday, which she marked in July. Born in Gloucester, Ohio in 1924, she moved to northern Kentucky in the 1950s, where she raised 3 children and worked several jobs, including 20 years for the IRS in Covington. She was dealing with the death of her husband, Johnny, and recovering from kidney cancer herself when Deppenbrock, a friend from St. Paul's Catholic Church in Florence, convinced her to give Be Concerned a try. Dolores worked in the jewelry department of the Christmas store that first day. She was struck by how patient volunteers were with the shoppers, but even more compelling was the spirit of the shoppers themselves. I never saw so many people with nothing be so happy, she said. That's why I came back. She started volunteering weekly in the food pantry. It didn't take long for her curiosity and managerial skills to kick in. I started noticing all the dishes that were donated to us, she said. I said, why don't you let us start a housewares department? So they did. The thrift houseware store eventually expanded its inventory to include furniture, appliances, and just about anything else essential to turning a house into a home. Revenue from the store went back into the operation of the organization's free food pantry. It developed into a big deal, Dolores said. How big? In the last 5 years alone, the store has generated nearly $95,000 in income. Also a big deal was Dolores' customer service. One day, a woman with 2 pregnant teen daughters, aged 16 and 14, came into the clothing store looking for clothes for their soon-to-be-born grandchildren. When she could find none, Dolores and Deppenbrock spent the next several weeks collecting them. When the 2 babies were born, their grandmother had oodles of outfits for them. In the late 1990s, Be Concerned leaders asked Dolores to take on the task of selecting items donated throughout the year to be given out in the Christmas store. Now Dolores spends the greater part of her Be Concerned days searching for these holiday gifts. For the 4 days of each Christmas store, Dolores is ensconced in the Something Special department. It's a grind getting all her merchandise ready for the program, and occasionally it's taken a toll on her. In 2013, she went home suffering from exhaustion on the 2nd day of the program. She missed the 3rd day, but returned for the 4th. Dolores' maiden name is Darling, and that's what she's been to the thousands of Be Concerned shoppers she's helped. She takes seriously the agency's mission statement, which says it will be deeply committed to honoring the dignity and humanity of all persons. The rule is, it doesn't hurt to smile, she said. If someone is rude to you, try not to be rude back. Our customers have had enough of being pushed down in their lives. We want to show them some sunshine. So what has Dolores received in return for all the years she's invested in Be Concerned? Lots of friends who admire her compassion and the sheer tenacity with which she approaches her service here. Endless teasing from the staff and her fellow volunteers for a legendary stubbornness and insistence that her department be run her way. Countless smiles, hugs, and thanks from the shoppers she helps. A sense of purpose, that even after 9 decades, she still has something precious to contribute to the community in which she lives. The importance of that can't be overstated. As she said, Be Concerned keeps me alive. If I stopped coming in here, I would die.